So the next topic is subcontracting process. So in this subcontracting process, the company is not going to purchase any material. In this subcontracting process, the company is not going to purchase any material. Company is having the stocks of the raw materials. Company will supply the stocks of the raw materials to the vendor called subcontracting vendor, and this vendor uses the company's raw material and finally delivers the finished material to the company. He delivers the finished material to the company. So this business scenario we call as a subcontracting process or job works. Okay. Here the company is nowhere purchasing any material. Company itself will send the subcomponents to the vendor in the form of a subcontracting PO. The vendor uses the company's raw materials and finally he will send the end component, that is finished component. So this business scenario we call as a subcontracting process. Now we'll see how to perform it. So first we need to create some raw materials. So I create some raw materials, guys. So I'll create some raw materials T2008. Enter. Purchasing group. Enter. Enter. In the accounting one, valuation class, price control wing, price unit, and the price. So then I'll create T009. Then 2010. Then create a finished material. Fine. So I created the raw materials and finished material. Next, if you want to supply the subcomponents to the vendor, first of all company need to have the stocks of the subcomponents. Otherwise how can we send it? Therefore maintain the stock for the subcomponents. So what is the procedure, guys? If you create a material, for that material if you want to maintain the stock, how can we maintain? Either you create PO and GR or else GR without PO using the transaction code MB1C moment type 501 plant and store location. Enter. Enter the subcomponents and quantities. Save. Now we have the stocks. Now we are going to see the last type of info record. Create subcontracting info record for the finished material. Activate subcontracting. Vendor, material, purchasing organization, plant, activate subcontracting. Press enter. Enter the reminders. Click on text. Subcontracting info record. Click on conditions. The same procedure how you create the info record, only the type you need to select, that's it. Save. Enter plan delivery time. So we have seen all type of info records: standard, subcontracting, pipeline, and consignment. We are done. Now create subcontracting PO. Enter the vendor, purchasing organization, group, and company code. In the item overview, item category, we have to maintain L. L refers to subcontracting. Enter the material, quantity, plant and store location. Enter the material, quantity, plant and store location. Press enter. Now you go to item details, material data. Go to item details, material data. So here you have indicator components. Click on these components. Enter the subcomponent, requirement quantity, plant. Requirement quantity, plant. Enter subcomponents, requirement quantity, and plant. So like this, proportionately, you need to supply the subcomponents. Save the subcontracting PO. Now create transfer posting to provide subcomponents to subcontracting vendor. MB1B, transaction code, movement type is 541 to supply the subcomponents to subcontracting vendor. Plan, store location, enter, material, quantity, enter vendor, subcomponents, and quantity. Save. The moment you save, you will go to stock overview, MMBE. Enter the subcomponent. plant and store location. If you execute, it displays the stock as stock provided to vendor. So this stock is not in your company. Not only this subcomponent, you enter 2009, click on this new selection, stock provided to vendor. Then you enter 2010, click on new selection, stock provided to vendor. Or you enter 2011, that is finished material, click on new selection, stock is 0. For which material? For finished material. Because you are going to receive the stock, right? Fine. Now I'll open another screen. Sometimes if you want to see whatever the subcomponents you have provided to a particular vendor, we can monitor. Stocks at subcontractor, MBLB. Go to the transaction code MBLB. Enter the subcontractor. If you execute, so here it displays your subcomponents, plant and the requirement quantities. Now create a GR to receive the finished component. Item okay. Quantity, where it is a plant and selection, your PO number, partner, vendor number. Say. So finally we create a GR. So display GR document or material document. Material document and year. Now here you can see all the components. This is your finished component. The moment type is 101. And if you see for the subcomponent, the moment type is 543. So the system displays the moment type 543 for subcomponents and 101 is for the finished component. Now the next one we are going to see third-party processing. We are going to see third-party processing. Now what is this third-party processing? This topic comes under special stock, special procurement types and integration with SD, sales and distribution model. What is this third-party processing? Customer needs the material, the customer will approach the company. Now company don't have the stock of the material, so company will approach to the vendor. In the normal process, vendor will send the company the material, but here the vendor will directly deliver the material to the company's customer. Now, once the customer receives the material from the vendor, vendor has to get the payment, so vendor will send the invoice to the company. Then company has to get the payment, so company will send, we call it the sales invoice or sales billing, whatever it is, to the customer. And this invoice also we call as a purchase invoice. This is better. Okay. And here sales invoice. Company will send the sales invoice to customer, and finally customer will do the payment to the company. So this business scenario we call as a third party processing. This business scenario we call as a third party processing. Now we'll see the steps to perform it. So here we need to create a material master. Normally we'll select the sales views, or normally we select the regular views. Apart from that, the extra we need to select the sales views. Your regular views are basic data one, purchasing, storage one, storage two, accounting one. Then you need to select the sales views. Plant, store location, sales organization, distribution. Description, base income measure, material group, enter. In the sales organization one, enter the division. So all these are get from the sales department. Enter the relevant plant and keep this tax classification as a 0. Enter. In sales organization 2, these two parameters are very important parameters in this process. You need to maintain general item category group as bands, that is third party item, and item category group as bands, that is third party item. By maintaining these two parameters, when we create a sales order, third party purchase requisition will be created in the background. By maintaining these two parameters, when we create a sales order, third party PR will be created in the background. Next, in sales general plant, availability check 01, then transportation group 0001 and loading group 0001. Enter. In purchasing view, purchasing group, enter. In storage to gross weight, net weight and volume. These are required for the sales people. As it is a finished material, the valuation class is 7920, price control is yes, price unit, and give some price. And click on additional data and maintain the language DE, that is for German. because if you don't maintain, when you are creating a sales order, the system will ask to maintain it. After creating the material, create a sales order VA01. Order type, sales organization, distribute channel, division, sales office and sales group. Enter. In the sold to party, enter the customer number, like how we create a vendor number, PO number, give any PO number and PO date. And below you enter material and quantity. Enter. Enter the material and quantity. Press enter. Double click on the material. Click on shipping tab. Make sure that plant, store location and shipping point to be maintained. Make sure that plant, store location and shipping point to be maintained. Click on conditions. Enter the condition type PR00 and amount. Enter the condition type PR00 and amount. Enter. Save the sales order. As a result, what happens in the background, third party purchase requisition will be created. Now we'll see. Sales order is created. Now we'll go to change sales order VA02. Change sales order VA02. Enter the order number. Press enter. In the menu bar, environment status overview. Then click on this material tab, and here you are able to see purchase requisition. So now you got the PR. So once you got the PR, therefore we can create a PO. Now create third party PO from third party PR. Again go to the purchase order screen. In the item overview, you have a option called purchase requisition. Enter the third party PR number. Press enter. Enter the vendor, purchasing organization, enter, and net price. So here you can see accountant category 1, item category S. So accountant category 1 means third party item category S means third party item. Say. Now there will be no GR here because vendor is not sending the material to the company. Therefore, straight away create invoice with reference to third party PO, MIRO transaction code. Enter invoice date, posting date, tax code, PO number. and enter the amount. What are the amount it displays in the balance? So by doing this invoice, vendor will get the payment from the company. Now we are left with sales invoice. So go to create a sales invoice with the sales order VF01. In the document, enter the sales order number. Press enter. Save. Now finally, if you go to VA02 or VA03, enter the order number. Press enter. In the menu bar, environment status order. Now click on the material. So this is a PR. From PR you got the PO. From PO you got the invoice and SD invoice, sales invoice. So like this, you got the information. So these are the scenarios under special stocks and special procurement types. The next topic is split valuation. Now, what is this split valuation basically? So, split valuation is a process to map or to compare. So, what is this split valuation? Now, so far you are creating a material and we are maintaining the price as a moving price or a standard price. Now, I have one material. I want to maintain two prices depending upon the grades. For example, for high quality of the material, one price. For low quality of the material or medium quality of the material, one price. But material is unique, only one, but not multiple. So if you want to maintain multiple prices for a single material, this will happen through a concept called split valuation. It will happen only through concept called split valuation. So what is a split valuation? Valuating the material at different prices based on valuation types is called a split valuation. And this valuation type can be quality, high quality or low quality, or procurement type, internal or external procurement, and origin, international or domestic. This split valuation process is carried out through global category. We call it as a valuation category, global type, valuation type, local definition, valuation area or plant, where the split valuation process is carried out. Now we'll see the config settings. SPRO, IMG, MM, valuation account assignment, split valuation, activate split valuation. So here activate split material valuation active. Save. Next, configure split valuation. Click on global types. Click on create. For example, I create a valuation type as quality high, and these three parameters are standard: 2, 0, 301. So external purchase orders 2. 2 means purchase orders are allowed. Internal purchase order 0. 0 means no internal purchase are allowed. And account category reference is 0001. That is reference for raw materials. Again click on create. Save. Go back. Click on create. This time I am creating valuation type quality low. Create and save. These are example, guys. Go back to main screen, then go for global categories. Click on create. For example, I will create a valuation category as 1. It may be alphabetic or numeric. Enter the description, and default external procure is high quality and default internal procure is low quality. Click on create. Save. Go back. Select the valuation category. Click on types category. And here make sure that your valuation types are activated. If not, you select the valuation types, click on activate and press enter. If they are not activated, you need to activate your valuation types. Then click on category versus organizational units. Click on category versus organizational units. Select the plant, click on activate. Select the plant, click on activate. Click on local definitions. So system displays a valuation category containing the valuation types and local definition. Save. Save. Now you need to create a new material master. You cannot use the existing material master. I will tell you what is the reason. With raw material only, you cannot use the existing material master. Why? We'll see. Enter. As usual, enter purchasing group. Now if you go to accounting 1 view, here you have valuation category. So far you have not maintained this valuation category for any material. Now here you maintain the category what you created. 1. Don't enter valuation class. Normally you will enter. Maintain the price control V. Price unit is 1. That's it. In the regular process, normally you are entering the valuation class, price control, price unit and the price. But in this case, first we need to maintain the valuation category along with the price control V and price unit. Save. Now again go to the material master, enter the material number, industry sector, material type. In the select views, we need to select basic data 1 and accounting 1. Enter. Enter the plant and valuation type. Enter. System takes to accounting 1 screen. So this is a material, valuation category is this and type is high quality. Now you maintain the valuation class, price control, price unit and the price. high quality 10. Again you go to material master, select use, basic data 1 accounting 1, enter, plant and valuation type quality. So this is a valuation category containing the valuation type, valuation class, price control and price. That's it. Like this, for one material we'll maintain multiple. So first we need to maintain valuation category. Under this we need to maintain the valuation types. But how can we identify which material is split validated and which material is not split validated in the purchase order? We'll see. So this is an interview question. They will ask you, how can you identify which material is split validated and which material is not split validated? Again I will enter the same material. Now in the item details delivery tab, in the delivery tab, normally for regular materials you will not get this option called valuation type. This option will get only for the split valuated materials only. So here you are getting quality high like this, but normally we're supposed to select. So for the first line item, select the valuation type quality high. For the second line item, select the valuation type quality low. So like this you will identify which material is split validated and which material is not. As usual, regularly we create a GR. Item, okay. And here also, if anybody miss to maintain the valuation type in the PO, system will compulsory ask at the time of creation of GR. That can be maintained in the material tab here. Here you are getting automatically because of you are maintaining the PO. If you don't maintain there, you need to maintain over here. So like this, we can maintain multiple price for single material. So finally we'll go to stock overview, material, plant and storage. So system displays the overall stock along with the valuation types, quality high and quality low. So like this, we'll maintain multiple prices for a single material. So this is about the topic called split valuation. The next topic is logistics invoice verification. Logistics invoice verification.